Welcome to the shit show.
Tom, I'm dreading, I've been dreading this episode all day because I gotta
Why,
wear the fucking
Tim?
shirt. I gotta wear the fucking shirt because we are making predictions. And if you are new to this show, sorry, if you're listening back on the podcast, it may sound like I'm talking through a shirt because I am. When we lose the predictions, if either one of us loses the predictions, like we're going to make predictions here and we're going to keep score, you have to wear a Jeff Jarrett shirt the next episode, and then the next time we do the picks. And so, like,
Man,
this
I
is
don't
my
even
redemption,
remember-
though.
Hold on. Can you show it again? I haven't seen that thing in person in so long.
Oh, you fuck off.
Oh,
And
look
look
at
at
that.
it. Look again. Like, it's fucking off. Look at it. You gotta fucking... What the fuck am I gonna do with this? God damn it.
Yes. Exactly like Theo says. Wear that Jeff Jarrett shirt. Yep. That's you, buddy.
It's the worst, man. It's the worst. I thought I had lost it. I really did. I was scouring the house. I sent you a video. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I got to buy a new shirt, but like, I'm not going to get here by tomorrow. I don't know where it is. And then as soon as I hit send, the very next place I walk into, it's like, and I'm just like, God
I'm
damn
here.
it. Literally his face. I can sit there and I'm like, God, fuck. Fuck.
I'm here the entire time.
I've been watching you this whole time. Yeah, so here we are. I'm wearing this thing because we're going to make these predictions. We invite you to pick along. Liverpool chat and Theo P are in the chat already. They'll probably make
Tim.
some predictions as we go.
You
And,
said you're totally going to win the predictions this time.
I'm totally going to win the predictions this time.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
It's going to happen.
Believe you. I don't believe
I've
you.
known you long enough to know you're never lucky that long, you know? You keep, you know what I mean?
There's one thing I know about you. You're not.
You got to eat shit every once in a while. You know what I mean? It just happens, right? Like, look, you can say the same about me, I'm sure. So, like, you know. I know, isn't that the great? I'm going to use that more often on people. Be like, if there's anything I know about you, it's you're not particularly lucky for any long streaks of time. Bunch of bad shit. Bunch of bad shit seems to happen to you. I don't know what that is. I don't know if you're manifesting that or... So yeah, so I'm going to win. I'm totally going to win these predictions. Law of averages. It has been a long time. I did this last year, I think, where like I lost the one before Revolution, and they have like a fucking 6-month break between the last thing and this. What is it, World's End, I think?
Yeah, World's End is
Yeah.
the last one. That's the
God,
best.
so I've had this shirt in my house for an ungodly amount of time. I'm ready to be done with it. It's coming your way. I'm going to make these picks because you're not lucky. You're not.
There's one thing about you. Shit usually goes wrong for you, right?
Yeah, shit.
Come on.
Not a lot of great things happen for
Yeah.
you repeatedly.
Let's be honest. Yeah,
Sure, you know, every dog gets his bone once in a while.
yeah,
but like,
but you know.
you might have a good week, but I've never heard you talk about 2 good weeks. You know, you know what I mean? Like, get in the chat if you disagree. Your long-term listeners.
Oh, that's the best. That is the best. Oh,
Yeah.
God, that's a good one. All right, Tim. Well, hey, as you're talking about, send in the chat what you think as far as picks, but also send in some communication with us. And
That's right. You've
speaking of
got ways to talk to
communication-
us. Yeah, you've got ways to talk to us. We're on the Blue Sky. I was on there a little bit last night with you, but it's usually Tom hanging out there skeeting away. You can do that. You can check out allelitewrapup.com for all the links you might need, including to the YouTube here, the podcast links, the donate links, all of that kind of jazz. But another way you can reach out to us is to send us an email. It's very simple, right? You can type it out, attach a clip, send it to us, and if it's not crazy,
Right.
we'll read it or play it right here. And our senior European international correspondent to the stars, Ash Hendricks, is here with a call.
So I'd like to start this voice recording off with an apology for the quality of my of the phone call, the voice clip that I sent last time. What it was, I've got these new headphones, It's got a microphone in them, and I was standing in my kitchen, and my kitchen's very echoey, so I think that all contributed to like a really poor audio on my part, and I didn't bother to listen to the actual call before sending it in, because at that point it was like 5 minutes long. I was like, you know what, these boys can deal with it. Had I known it was so bad, I would not have sent it in. So my apologies. And just for clarification, I am not pissed off with the response to it, boys. The reason for the delay was, obviously, I've had no internet, so I had to wait to catch up on my AEW show. So it means I have to wait to catch up on the podcast, so I'm all caught up and everything like that. I'm still actually working my way through the podcast at the time of this recording. But yeah, that's it. Quick question for you guys. Do you think, because I'm of the opinion that MJF is going to beat Hangman, and Hangman doesn't become champion, I kind of think that Hangman's going to go back down his dark road, and he's going to bring back his little heel theme, but then him and his allyship with Swerve becomes like a fucking wrestling terrorist kind of thing, where they take over like AEW as like bad guy people. Now we used to be enemies, but now we're allies, and now we're like actual friends, and we're both evil and shit. That's where I think that's going. And they may quote, maybe I might be wrong, but maybe Jet Flight, what's the tag team? Top Flight? No. Jet Set, fucking, you know the ones, Kevin Knight and Mike Bailey, whatever the name of the tag team is. Them two, they get Adam Page, and then they get and then they get Swerve, and there's all a nice little heel faction. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's my guess. Anyway, have a good show.
Man, we were just joshing you on the call thing. You didn't have to like explain it away. You sounded crystal clear. You sounded great here. Ash is, goddamn, I've known Ash longer than I've known you, Tom. I think we at some point got to meet this guy. You know what I mean? Got to fly over to
that would be
England
fun
over there. Yeah,
hang out with, an international trip. And Adam Pearson, because when I was on my honeymoon, everything was so like, hour by hour set out for us that we couldn't really do too many things outside of the beaten path. But man, we tried to meet up with him.
Might have missed
we
your
were
chance. Might need to contact his executive assistants at this point.
Now,
Dude
bullshit.
famous.
I'll fucking frame him with the photo that he has with the Spanish Announce Table t-shirt. I'm like,
you want this getting out?
Pal.
You don't want this getting out.
You don't want this shit getting out, huh?
If anybody hears anything that was said on this, you're fucked, man.
Him and Ash, though, we got to see those guys. That'd be great.
Yeah, 100%. Sarah Bengar, it's Sarah in the chat says, I wonder how many people are going to return at Revolution. My prediction is at least 3. Ooh, man. Well, we're going to get into predictions. I don't know if you have that worked into, if you think there's, you know what I mean? I haven't worked out in my mind any surprise returns.
There's one, and it's 2 people. So kind of.
Okay. But, and also sticking with Ash, since he did ask us a question, I think we're going to roll into some of that, right? So let's spare your, who wins, who doesn't. But let's say we're in the situation, right? I think we can play on the hypothetical. Hangman loses, right? He suddenly can't do it. Would you do what Ash suggested here? Do you think that's a likely scenario should he lose? Do you include jet speed in like a heel thing or leave it a 2-man power trip? I think all of this can happen and we can expand on it here, but I kind of worry how you get out of it, right? You got to find a creative way to book out of it at some point because Hangman's got to win that title again someday.
Yes. Think about this. They're not going to do it because they've already kind of told the story with one of them and Swerve. But think of it as it's the Hangman and Swerve hostile takeover. They're more ruthless than the Don Callis, or they're more ruthless than
just fucking shit up to fuck it up, just because they're mad at everybody.
Yeah, they're more ruthless than the Death Riders. They're more conniving than Don Callis family. They're the top of the top of the top of the top in all of AEW history, right? But Hangman is the mentor to Kevin Knight, and Swerve is the mentor to Mike Bailey. So it's not just like black guys hanging with black guys, white guys,
Well, and one's the Swerve, Swerve's the cool guy, but like Speedball's corny. And yet Hangman's not like the smoothest guy. He's cool, but like Kevin Knight's cooler, right? So that's a different like mentorship, right? He's trying to maybe get Kevin Knight more evil, right? Like more like, you know what I mean?
the evil part for Hangman would be the like, because Swerve, even when we'll talk about what he did last night to Brody King, his stuff is always to get the advantage in the sense of I'm just getting you off the game because it's not really personal with me. It's just to get you off the game. With Hangman, it's always personal. It's always Christopher Daniels was my mentor. I'm gonna fucking kill him now.
You know what I'm doing is I like this idea. You get, so the Hangman loses, he's pissed. Let's say Swerve also lost, right? They both feel cheated, right? They both feel like everybody's disrespecting them. Forgot who the fuck we are. They start going on this. I wouldn't add jet speed, but I would add the jet. I would have Kevin Knight turn on Bailey to get some of that heat, right? And then joins them, right? My shoeless Mike Bailey,
So, not to give too much away, but I do predict that jet speed will still be sticking around ancillary from
all right.
Swerve and Hangman.
Stay tuned for predictions. Yeah, I'm excited for that. But what else? If you're not doing that, like what do you do with I can never win the title again? Like what do you do?
I think they have to eventually give like a middle finger to Cody, right? Figuratively.
Right.
And be like, hey, your stupid thing really fucked us and it really fucked your career. So we're going to do it again and then do it the way we wanted to because the way you did it was fucking dumb. And so we're going to find a way out of it because look, no one anymore is going to be like, oh, I can't believe they went off on their word. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. No, you have to. All I'm saying is I'm only going to be like, it's only not going to be lame if you don't come up with a cool story to get out of it. Right.
That's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's just
got to
like
be
comedy.
unique and new.
Yeah, it's just like comedy when people are like, "Oh, I can never say anything." You could say whatever you want as long as it's funny, and you can do whatever you want in pro wrestling as long as it's good. So, like, we don't give a fuck if it's against the
Anthony
word.
Jeselnik said it. He was like, "You heard my act? You can say whatever you want. You're just not good at your fucking job. Like that's what's going on. You have to go to these lowball things that people don't find funny anymore."
Yeah. By the way, shout out Anthony Jeselnik. Join his book club if you can read a book.
Book club.
It. Yeah, he has a book club. It's really good fucking books. The February one was
I forget how to read whenever I wear this shirt. I feel like I've no longer know how to read until I take the shirt off.
Yeah, no, it looks like it. Because it's off-centered.
Yeah, it is.
That's so fun.
You're supposed to hang out like this all the time.
Everything good?
Yeah.
So Hangman.
Put him right over my...
Yeah. Hangman, it's going to be interesting. I think that's a toss-up to me. And there's this one has a lot more toss-ups than slam dunks in previous years. So I would have him, what's this? Liverpool chat in the chat says, I would have him win contendership for it in another company. Oh, like he challenges for it, but he's a Ring of Honor guy. That'd be kind of funny. Like, fuck you.
I don't know, because what they said, because the way they've said it is, they've said it a couple. MJF always says he'll never challenge for my BBB, and that's because MJF, it's his, it's mine, I'm possessive.
Yeah.
But they've said it other ways where it's like he's not challenging ever. Like it doesn't have to be MJF, it's whomever. So I thought the stipulation was he just can't challenge for the title again. I would thought that means even
I think that is
if you're in another company or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is across the board. So like if he was in New Japan and let's just say Swerve was the champion, they can't have the match in New Japan.
So here's where you can get out of it, especially with the heel evil Hangman, is if he's just about to do something to somebody, like we said before, where like Tony Khan is coming like, no, fine, you know, or the champ, right? Is like, no, fine, Tony, I got Tony to agree to it. Like you can have it's fine, right? There's the caveat. All right, Hangman's about to do something, right? Like evil, right? To somebody's fucking, loved one. And the champ, right, who Hangman's about to like kill their loved one, goes to Tony Khan. He's like, I gotta, right? And let's say Tony Khan is suddenly a heel guy or somebody, there's a heelish authority figure. And they're like, okay, but you know what that means is if he wins, you can no longer challenge for the fucking, you know what I mean? Like, so it's this kind of deal with the devil, right? To save my person, right? Like, do I gotta, you know what I mean? Put myself into the same, so they're like, of course. And then, right? Like, let's just say it's MJF. Let's just say we're running it back, right? He's got MJF. We find somebody MJF actually does care about besides himself, right?
Adam Cole.
Yeah, Adam Cole.
Front and
That's,
back,
I mean, it could
you
be
know?
that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could go with some deep cuts there, right? It could be his wife or something, right? Like, it's something, right? And they're now MJF's faced with the, you know what I mean? Like, you know, do I really care about this person, right? So, yeah, I think there's a bunch of ways we can go. I like that, Ash. I like that. I especially like that, you know, he gave us props and, you know, apologized to us. Always like that. That always feels good.
Well, I'll tell you something. An idea just came to my head as we were talking this out,
right.
and I think I'm changing my pick. So I'm
you're
writing
live
down
changing,
the idea.
okay.
Yeah. Here it is. Right
All
here.
right, see?
Ready?
Ash is even helping us. Yeah, all right. Yeah, look, yeah, look right here.
Yeah. So yeah, last night, let's talk a little bit about Dynamite, but let's do our picks. But last night we were in the granddaddy of them all, San Jose, California, San Jose Sharks. Shitty kind of hockey team with a cool logo. Did you see, kind of outside of the, you know, AEW box, but the wrestling news, did you see who was front row last night at the show? One Dave Meltzer in his extra small t-shirt. Hey guys, I can bench press 120.
Jeff Jarrett.
This thing. If I just pull it tight, it looks like I have big muscles, and then I flex all the time. I flex. Look. He probably goes home and is like, my traps are so tired because he's just oh, look at how big they are, fucking weirdo.
What he looks like is he looks like the middle-aged high school assistant wrestling coach who like doesn't go home because he hates it there, but so he just works out all the time in the gym and he's there till like 8, and then he goes, you know, so
he looks
ripped
like he
as fuck, but he's old.
Yeah, he looks like he does corporate sales for Crunch, you know, the Crunch Fitness Gym. It's like, okay, we get it. You hit the numbers. You really crunched it. You know, you crunched the numbers this month, Dave. You fucking nerd.
That or he's a regional salesman for supplements. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Have you tried Peptide 7000? You
Look
just
at Ab
inject it in your
Blast.
throat. Yeah. Fucking okay. We get it. All right. Just because you can't talk to women doesn't mean you need to push this shit on me. Anyhow,
it only makes you slightly more aggressive, grows a lot more body hair, and you smell. But like other than that,
and you punch babies. But other than that, it's totally
a little bit
cool
of
in the
pimples
wild.
on your ass. Everything's cool.
Yeah, there's some times where you'll have Tourette's. And as you've seen lately with Tourette's, take this at your own risk.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you don't. Yeah. Yeah, you might want to avoid that.
Oh, poor guy. All around.
The whole situation was fucked, and we're not going to get into the industry.
No, but I was just having some fun.
Yeah. All of it was fucked, yeah.
Before we get into our picks, though, I guess, you know, I've said this before on the show, and I'll say it one kind of last time, hopefully, but like when people in bad faith want to review the show, you don't have to respond to them. If they're like, oh, this is so fucking dumb, they're not doing it in good faith. They're just doing it because they want attention. So you don't always have to respond. However, with that being said, one of the worst things to happen in wrestling this year, besides all of MAGA Mania and this fucking dork, is the last segment was the press conference. How did you feel about the press conference going last?
So I thought it felt like they had this idea late yesterday and ran with it. I mean, I know we were advertising, but that's what it felt like. It felt like they were like, what if we did a press conference? They're like, cool, set it up, Bill. And then they didn't really have it mapped out what to say well, because either these guys forgot their lines some, or like they were just going to go out there and wing it, because it felt just kind of dull until we got into the like, well, let's fight now moment, you know.
Well, it looked like real journalists. Like some people were like from Cumulus Media.
Some people really were. You know, there was, and then there were some like wrestling sites and stuff like that. So yeah, there was. So they treat it like an actual press conference. I would not do something like this and make it your quote unquote main event. I know we had a main event match, but like that's where this went wrong. If this was a after the show thing or earlier maybe in the show, maybe you could have pulled this off.
That's where I agree. The other thing I wouldn't have done, because I think where some people jumped on it, again, those bad faith actors, was it was away from the crowd. So like if you're there waiting for this press conference and it's all on screen, just like I'm watching it in my home, well, that's
you don't
not
have the
fucking
same.
worth
That's
the
what I mean. We
price of
should have done
admission.
this in. I thought we were going to do it more contract signing style.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Yeah. And they've done stuff like that. Remember in Kansas City, the first show that they did was the weigh-in with Jon
Well,
Moxley.
remember when they had
Chris
Eric
Jericho.
Bischoff come on, when they had that panel, right? He
Yeah.
was in that. Like, they did that. Like, that's how you
Yeah.
should have done this. They should have
Yeah.
been up there in the ring, and the people asking questions come up. Hey, Tim from the All Elite Wrap-Up. You know,
But that's when they could have had some real fun. Hey, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I want to know MJF. Like, have those legends or, Eric Bischoffs of the world.
they should have had us in there because we would have been like, first question, what's your favorite term in pro wrestling? All right.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, you're going to have this match on Sunday. But if you were in a feud with me,
Yeah, right.
3 months, what's the story? What?
I would love to drop a single preguntas on some of these guys, man.
That would be the best.
Get there.
That would be the best. But all right, so Tim, let's talk about AEW Revolution.
Let's do it. Yeah, let me pull up this card.
In Los Angeles, California, one of the bigger markets that they go to.
Oh, let's also another big props to San Jose. You can say anything negative you want to say about San Jose, but you have to give them this little piece of credit. They knew what time it was, and they got the fuck Don Callis, fuck Ice 2 chants going.
Mm-hmm. Well, and they also just got a fuck Ice chant when
And a
Brody
fuck
King
Ice
walked
chant.
out by himself.
Right.
Yeah, just by himself. So, yeah,
Yep.
credit to them.
So, because whatever happened to y'all down there in El Paso, you know?
Again, they could have been a little bit too close to the fire. It's easy in Delaware to be like, oh, fuck Ice.
Yeah,
it's another thing when hey, they're
El
waiting
Paso.
outside this other door.
Well, I would think San Jose would have similar issues. You know what I mean?
True.
So I don't know.
That's true. Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, I guess maybe I don't know the makeup of each crowd too, right? There might have been a more privileged crowd in some areas, but I don't know. I mean, you know what I mean? Fuck Ice for always, forever.
Well, yeah,
again.
fuck Ice. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe I can say it easier. All right. So we are gonna do Revolution. There is a lot. I'm on allelitewrestling.com. So if anything happens on like Collision or whatever between now and then, right? We didn't pick it, so don't get mad at us, right? We don't know it's there. This is what they've got on their website right now, and there are 12 matches, Tom. So this is going to be a long night, or these are going to be some quick matches. All right. Starting off on the 0 hour, as on Dynamite, Willow Nightingale, who's already going to wrestle. Both of these ladies are already going to wrestle later on the show, but they're going to do a 0 hour match. Willow Nightingale taking on Lena Cross for the TBS Championship. I already wrote down Willow because I feel like this is everybody, right? Everybody clapping, chant, all that to start the show. We're all happy, and then we'll see what happens later.
Yep. I think the way I would book this, because let's just go into the next one. The next one is the Women's Tag Team Championship, right?
Yep.
I think they will do this back to back. What I would do here is I would have Lena Cross lose to Willow Nightingale, but after the match, take a fucking chair and just bash her fucking back in with the chair. And
so
then
she's damaged, ribs taped up kind of thing.
Harley Cameron comes out. It's like, what the fuck? And they just demolish her, and then they win the tag team championship. So I think
that's who I think is winning the tag championships. I think
Mega
so. We
Towers
both agree
or
on
whatever.
that.
Fucking Mega
What
Towers
are they
are going to
calling
win.
them? Yeah, Mega Towers is what they should call them. That actually, I mean, like for pro wrestling, like history and lore, that's actually a pretty decent name for that. Mega Towers.
I still think 9/11, but because then when you beat them, down goes 9/11. You know what I mean?
Never forget.
Hey, you never forget them.
I just didn't want you to forget. That's go to somebody tomorrow and be like, hey, 9/11. And when somebody's like, what? Just be like, I just didn't want you to forget. And then walk away. You know what I mean? And just go grocery store. Like whatever.
If they could pull it off, which I don't know if their acting ability would lend this, but if they could pull it off and they did call themselves 9/11, when they lose it and they're like, you'll never forget 9/11.
You'll never forget. We'll make sure you never forget. Oh, I'm surprised WWE hadn't already done that, man, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, that would be hilarious.
Yes. Love it. All right, well, we knocked 2 out already. So, yeah, we think Willow gets the win here. Warm fuzzies, but you're saying specifically, and this probably tracks, they do something to make Willow in question, but she's going to tough it out, and it's clear she's, you know what I mean, can barely move, right? Like
Right.
legs broke or something, right? And, Harley is the little engine that could, but couldn't. When you get up to 9/11, just
You know what I
meet
mean?
your doom.
Yeah.
It all comes crumbling down when you
Yeah, exactly. There's so much good promos here. Ah, it's the best.
It's fucking terrible. Yeah.
Well, and the other thing that would lend you to think this as well is because how many times now has Megan Bayne been in a tag team match? And the TBS championship match is not her versus Willow. It's Lena Cross. Who have we even seen her wrestle a match?
Yeah.
Like, she's not going to win.
Yeah.
Like,
but exactly. She's
not,
not winning this TBS championship here.
She's not Tommaso Ciampa that's going to win it first match and then become the fucking champ. You know what I'm saying?
Well, maybe so. Yeah, maybe that's what we're doing now. That's your welcome to...
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got a Tornado Trios match when the Dogs, not of war, take on Roderick Strong, Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin. What are we doing with Roderick Strong, man? I don't
this. Well, okay, so a couple thoughts I have. So last night, the fucking call them the War Dogs. There's always war. Like the idea, like now we're sensitive to it.
Was it War Dogs or was it Dogs of War? I can't remember. It was War Dogs.
I thought it was War Dogs, but I mean, I could be wrong.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Fuck.
Chat helps out. Yeah.
Yeah, but so last night they did a tag match of Fats McGregor and Skinny Sheamus. And as they're taking on Darby and Orange Cassidy, Matthew McConaughey comes out and does the distraction. And then after the Dogs are beating him up, they call out Roderick Strong.
Yeah.
Roderick Strong's like, yeah,
He's
okay.
coming out like, I'm going to kick some ass, right? Threw his glasses on the ground, which was weird to me. I'm like, don't you got to see?
Yeah, that's. And even like the way he turned babyface, if that's a term, I don't even know. But like, he's like, Orange, I still don't really like you because I'm gonna throw your head into Fats McGregor's dick.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, did you catch
I'm
that?
gonna
It's like
use you
he didn't
as the
just
weapon.
like
Yeah.
set him aside. Don't like you, bitch.
Yeah.
And so then they beat him up, and so now we got this Tornado Trios match. It feels like because it's Roderick Strong added to the match, and isn't that the coolest? And we're gonna conglomerate one more time. It feels like they are gonna win. Team AEW is who I'm taking.
Really? So I've got it the other way, and I just get the feeling that like they don't want to shit on this team that they just set up, and I feel like maybe Roddy does turn here. You know what I mean? Maybe this was like no, Roddy's cool, and maybe Roddy isn't. Maybe they were just stalling.
And also it could be that the Dogs, just like every other faction in AEW, expand, and now we see Juice Robinson and those fucking guys, right? Because aren't they associated with these motherfuckers somehow? I've read that a couple times that like Juice and
I think if you worked in Japan, you had it's kind of like a draft. You have to be in the Bullet Club for at least a year.
Yeah, I will say this about the Dogs. At least they're not doing Bullet Club Gold or whatever the fuck they were doing over there. Like, I don't know anything. The only thing I know are from posts on Blue Sky. But if I was just watching AEW absent of social media, they don't say anything about being Bullet Club, right? There's no guns up or any reference to guns.
But they are, right? Like, they
yes,
are.
They are.
Correct me if I'm wrong, right? Like, I don't know. I haven't followed it, but this is what I'm saying is because I haven't followed it. That's what it feels like to somebody who hasn't followed it. Everybody, the Elite is Bullet Club, the Bullet Club is Bullet Club, Bullet Club Gold is Bullet Club, the War Dogs is Bullet Club. When there's some other shit that I don't even know.
Yeah,
Bullet Club Japan, or I guess they're all Japan. You know what I mean? Like Bullet Club Mexico. Like, I don't fucking know.
Liverpool chat here does say, "Let's go War Dogs, Bullet Club for life." So I guess they are. But no, because then, okay, so they've disbanded now. Okay, but then does that mean Kenny Omega is fucking pissed off at Skinny Sheamus? I gotta stop calling him that because I forgot his real name. What is it?
He said Dave Finley, I think.
Dave Finley, okay.
He said his dad's greatest accomplishment was that he came out of his nutsack.
That's a good one. I'll give him that.
Yeah. It's a good one, yeah.
And then what's Matthew McConaughey's real name?
Clark Connors.
Clark? God, that's shit.
What a terrible name.
That sounds like the first draft of Clark Kent's name.
It sounds like the idolized love interest in a movie where a teenage girl is coming of age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Clark Connors, he's so dreamy.
Clark Connors asked me to the dance.
Oh my God,
yeah.
I saw him kissing Sheila.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. And then what's Fats McGregor's real name? Gabe Kidd.
Gabe Kidd. Yeah.
Gabe Kidd.
Sounds generic too.
Yeah. We could do better. But yeah, I'm going to go
We're
Team
Tim
AEW.
and Tom.
Yeah, but that's our real names. If you, again, here you go. Here's
I don't know
real
what their
deep
real
cut.
real names are either.
Yeah, who cares? Well, if it was, you had a chance to pick something else. But here's a deep cut. I'm not proud of anything that was just given to me. I'm not proud of being a 5'9" white guy from Kansas City. Who gives a fuck? I like the Kansas City Chiefs, but I like the way they play football. That's why there's football stuff and not just the state behind it.
Right.
Anyhow, if I have the chance to pick a wrestling name, I'm not going to go by Tom. It's not going to be Tom or T-Mac or fuck that. No, I'm going to be like some fucking
coming to the ring, Tim. I'd have to pick something else.
Yeah, I'm picking something else. I'm going to think about it and give you something really good.
Thundercock 5000 or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that was my poor name. Sorry, I missed that. Up.
Yeah. But yeah, these guys, they're fine. I will say they do have an authenticity to them. I will give them that. There does feel this like, ooh, they are kind of edgy. We're like,
so when I've always said like, hey, if you're spooky, you got to give me spooky. If you're dangerous, let's do something dangerous. These guys do feel like they're like, hey, we're coming here to fuck people up just because we like fucking shit up, and they kind of feel like that. I'll give you that. Like, it's like, okay, I believe you.
Yeah. Clark Connors, I haven't really got an opinion on because he's kind of a little bit too nothing. But the Dave Finlay does have a era or an aura of
he's got a swagger.
I'm the leader.
He has a charisma. Yeah,
I'm the leader. And Gabe Kidd does. Again, I give him a lot of shit for being a ripoff Conor McGregor, which he is. But he does have a vibe of like, hey, if you want to take pizza cutters to each other's foreheads, I'm totally down. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, he's got the vibe where it's like, okay, so Finley's got the like conceit and the, you know what I mean? Like the just, you're like, I don't like, it's clear right now you think you're better than me and I want to punch you in the face, right? Gabe Kidd, however, comes off of the like, he's now watching you think that and he's like, do I need to fucking punch you in the face, right? Yeah. Like, are we ready to fucking go? And you're like, no, right? And he might just do it, right? Or he might just be like, you know what, fuck this, and just fucking right in the nuts, right? You know what I mean? Or hit you with an item because he's just like, I had enough of this. Yeah, I agree. They do feel violent, right?
Well, and they feel more authentic than Bullet Club or the Bang Bang. What the fuck is their
Gang.
Bang Bang? Yeah. Bang Bang Gang always felt like cosplayers. Juice Robinson is an amazing kind of crazy guy, but a crazy guy like a Saturday morning cartoon crazy guy.
Yeah.
The guns are just no. And this is where I'm missing the boat. Everyone loves Jay White, and credit to him. There's a lot of people that love Jay White. Right now, I have more of a connection, air quotes connection, to Dave Finlay than I do Jay White right now. And
I would agree. I've never, again, I'm not turned off by the idea of Jay White when I see him, right? I'm not like, oh, this guy sucks. But I don't understand when I hear the roof blow off. I'm like,
right. But all the stuff that he was doing when he like stole Sting's bat and turned it gold and all that, I was just like, nah, this ain't it. This is WWE stuff. But this Dogs group, they do have, I will give them that. Yeah. They're growing on me.
But you're going Team AEW and I'm going Dogs. So there's our first difference. So that's a good one. We'll see what happens there.
Well, last thing I was going to say about that, the reason why they could expand is because you could add, hypothetically, Juice Robinson to this group, right? And then Team AEW adds Kyle O'Reilly, right? Because he's been gone for a while. He needs to come into something big. Him and Dave Finlay, now we're back on track. And, we've moved away from Jon Moxley, but that still gives us something to sink our teeth into.
We could see it. I don't know. Roderick Strong, I still don't get why he's just... I don't know what's going on with that.
He must be a great coach or something. You know what I mean? Like backstage, he must be the best guy in the world.
I mean, and maybe he's a swell guy and things like that. I just mean, even the story, like just staying in front of the camera, like what is this guy? What are we doing?
Yeah.
What? So he had conversations with the Dogs because they expected him to come out and help them. So he swerved them. So did he already tell Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin that ahead of time? It was like, don't worry, I got your back when they tried to do this thing.
Yeah.
Or was that news to them? Because then they would be like, why are we team? Why did you wait? Why'd you let me get my ass kicked out here a bunch? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? Yeah, it's a weird story.
You could have came out during the match.
Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, exactly. Like, why did you wait until I was, you know what I mean? What if you would have been a second later? They would have fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Kansas City Cup punt. We have, this says it's on the 0 hour as well, as did the Willow Nightingale and Lena Cross match. The other one did not, but it was in between them. So maybe this is on the 0 hour? I don't know.
Yeah.
Or that Dogs one was meant. But this one is the 21-man Blackjack Battle Royale for the AEW National Championship. And the only face they've got on here is Ricochet because he's champ. And do they do these? Is this the battle? Is this the one where they set them in chunks? You know what I mean? Where it's like the hearts and then the spades and then is he the 21st, the last dude to come in because he's the champ?
Now, as far as that, I don't know, but this is where Ricochet debuted, I believe, is when at All Out or All In Wembley, he was like, "Hey." Now they did announce last night after he threw Mark Briscoe through some chairs that Tommaso Ciampa is also involved in this. So that would also lead me to think that Mark Briscoe is going to be involved in this because they're not just going to beat him up and then just be like, sorry, pal.
Yeah. Okay.
So maybe it comes down to those two, or maybe those two just eliminate each other kind of thing.
Yeah, because Ciampa is definitely bad guy now, right? Like that's what we said,
But
right?
so is Ricochet, right? But Ricochet,
well, yeah, but Ricochet. Well, I meant, like you said, so Mark Briscoe and Ciampa could
just cancel
wash each other out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can only write Ricochet here because it's the only name. Like, I can't write anything else on this. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm going to write Ricochet because I just don't know. I'd be pulling out of my ass and might as well stick with the guy who's champ now. And his face is on the fucking poster. You know?
So
I mean, Ciampa's a strong pick. Once you said Ciampa, I was like, oh shit, maybe I can't just only pick this. You know what I mean? Like, shit. Yeah.
Who said this earlier? Sarah? Did Sarah say this? My prediction is at least 3 surprises. Sarah, if you're still in the chat, no
so
pressure.
Like Jay White could come when this fucking
But like,
thing,
is this where you think, Sarah, where someone comes back or makes a surprise return or a surprise debut? Okay,
AJ
no
Styles
rush. Oh, that would be awesome. Fucking the best. No, he's going into the Hall of Fame so that they don't have him leave. Fucking losers. God, they're so inauthentic in every fucking thing they do. Anyhow, now they fucking put Demolition in the Hall of Fame. You assholes, jerk off cunts. Anyhow, I'm gonna go. It feels like Ricochet is the nope. Got it. Ha! Suck it.
Fuck.
I did it. You suck. You know who's winning it?
Who?
Oh,
fuck.
Jack Perry. That's why you have the action figures next to you, because then you look at him
and Ricochet are doing the thing,
Yep.
and he's gonna win. Ricochet's gonna be like, "Oh my neck, you bitch," and then they're gonna roll it back.
Yep.
God
Jack
damn
Perry.
it, Tom.
Oh,
All right, well, we'll be
Jungle
even
Jack.
because I got the dogs right, so we'll be even. I still have a chance to.
Oh, you still have a chance. That's so cute.
All right. Anything before we move on with the battle royal? I don't got anything else.
I think that should be fun. Oh wait,
Yeah, Sarah did say that. Yeah, during that match, who do you think's returning?
Yeah, who do you think it is, Sarah? Why are you being so coy? I like this. Like,
yeah.
We got
money on this.
21
What's up?
questions.
Yeah, exactly.
Is he tall? Is he short?
And now, so if you're thinking that,
Yeah. Does he have face paint on? Well, tell me more. Yeah.
does he wear gloves and do this?
That'd be so awesome. It's Sting. What
Yeah,
the
Sting.
fuck? It's Sting.
But Sting's kid could be Sting's kid up in there.
Well, so here's the thing. I
Not
do think about
Darby.
this.
I mean, his real kid, right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So not Darby. I do think that this match for 21 people, there could be some of that. There could be I don't know what his son's name is.
Steve Borden, I think. Yeah, I think it's just Steve Borden.
Or is that Sting's name? Anyhow, who cares?
I think it's like a
junior kind of thing. Gotcha.
Yeah, maybe a different middle name, but I think his name is Steve Borden. I think one of his kids is. I don't know if it's the one that's wrestling. I think it's that.
Hold on. I'm going to learn something new because you'll probably know it because I don't. If I had a son, which maybe I do, but if I did know that I had a son and I named him, so my middle name is James, but if I named my son Thomas Anthony McCullough.
Right.
Is he still a junior?
Nope. I mean,
Oh, so
I don't know
has
what
to
the
be-
hard rules are. I don't know
Yeah.
if you could just throw a junior on somebody even if it like didn't. You know what I mean? Like who's gonna what's the is there a governing body?
That would be the best.
Just name your kid something entirely different, but throw a junior
No.
on it. The third.
No, because what would be the best is like if I had a son and I named him Tim Raynor Jr. and then like we hung out. Like it's that
Name somebody else's fucking name. Yeah, I don't know. Who's gonna stop? That's what I'm saying. Like I don't remember how that went down. I remember like at the hospital somebody took record and they're like, "What's the baby's name? Who's the father?" Because it was going to the birth certificate, you know.
Right, yeah.
But like, I don't know if I told them
Right. But if you're
Bill
like,
Smith
this
Jr.
that's what I'm saying. You're like, this fucking kid is gonna be a football player. Tom Brady Jr.
Yeah, exactly. If they would like, I don't know what they would.
Like, no,
I don't know if they can do anything
Like,
about
fuck
it. If they're like,
yeah,
write it down, motherfucker.
yeah. Give me the pin. I'll write it down. That's the best.
Yes, he is Cooper Cup the third. Yeah, what are you talking about? What's your problem? Why are you mad at me?
That's the best. That is the best. Okay. All right. What do we got next?
All right, yeah. Back on this. We're not just making jokes all this. All right. All right. Marina Shafir will wrestle against Timeless Tony Storm with everyone banned from ringside. The whole crowd's got to get the fuck out of the arena. Everyone banned from ringside. The crowd can be there, but they can have no help, right? Death Riders can't come out. No Luther. What do you got?
I got the goat.
Timeless. Yeah. Who else wins but
Tony
Timeless
Storm.
Tony Storm?
Come on.
If
And if it's
Timeless Tony Storm were to not win this, it would just be wrong. Like,
Yeah.
There's no other, like, I don't have another analysis. It's just like, Tony, you'd be wrong. Tony,
or this
Khan,
version
that
of
is.
Tony Storm. You know what I mean? Like, there we go.
Yeah.
Well, because also, don't you feel like after Tekla's done with Statlander, that Tony
yeah.
Storm needs to be like the
Tony Storm and
hey,
Tekla and that crew doing a story together
Yeah.
could be good. Well, because here's the thing, too. So we've said everyone banned from ringside now, right? So this is like fair fight. We can't have
No,
Tony Storm looking like she can't beat Marina Shafir, right?
right. Well, because she lost clean to Chris Statlander in that same fashion, so we can't say like, you know, she's now the worst wrestler on the
Yeah,
roster.
exactly.
So yeah,
Well,
she's
just
got
we're not
to-
ready to put Marina Shafir, I think, in like. I
No.
mean, maybe they're ready, but I wouldn't say you should think you're ready. But
Look,
to have her like be up at the top.
I saw an interview with Jon Moxley that he said she works harder than anyone he's ever met, and that's all great. But like, I can tell you plenty of college football players who have never worked harder that should not get drafted in the NFL. Just because someone worked hard does not mean that they should be fucking pushed to the moon. Like,
100%.
not all the
No,
time.
I've said that before. Like, I think it was even saying this to somebody recently. Like, working hard is people like to see that, right? That you're working harder than the others, but that doesn't mean you're advancing further than the others.
Right.
Some people's work goes better than others, right? Or it's more efficient, it's quicker. And so like, yes, putting in more time than anybody else is good, right? That's commendable and it will help, but it doesn't guarantee you to be better than those that didn't, right? Like that's a struggle you may run into 100%.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just like, we'll even say this, like, she's definitely shown improvement, right? Like in her ring and the way she approaches things, and promo still got a long way to go, but like, there's definitely improvement in Marina Shafir, but she's not beating Timeless Tony Storm here. I don't feel like in a one-on-one, nobody can help match.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all.
Well, we're going to get into some interesting stuff here. Supposedly the title of most dangerous man in AEW is on the line when Swerve Strickland will take on Brody King. And do we not have some kind of, we didn't make this a fucking chain match or a fucking, you know what I mean? A street fight or this is just a match? It's just a wrestle match.
Yeah, but don't you feel like sometimes when they say this, all of a sudden then it becomes a no holds barred, right? Like the ref is wanting a winner here. So like, it's a match, but then
Oh yeah, no, you know what happens
more.
earlier in the show. Renee's backstage interviewing Mike Bailey, and he's dorking out, and then fucking Swerve gets thrown across the screen, and Brody King comes in, and he's stomping out, and people are fucking separating, right? And then we get word later that Tony Khan has said this will be a no holds barred, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm getting word in my ear. That's what they keep saying.
Yeah. Or it's basically that, but then a low blow means more. Because a low blow in a no disqualification doesn't mean anything. But if you do it behind the ref's back, now you're a heel and you can get, so
I just
that's
like, how
think.
dangerous can we get
Right, yeah.
when these things should be disqualifying you, right?
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'll go first. I'm going Swerve Strickland.
So, this one is one of the toughest ones for me. I feel like 90% of me says Swerve's going to win this just based on who Swerve is, where the story's led so far, and just how it would look if he didn't. You know what I mean? Like, it just I feel like Brody King can take that hit better just because we haven't yet established him as like the top level dude, right? You know what I mean? Like Swerve, if he lost now in a regular wrestling match to the guy who's now the most dangerous man in AEW, like that's not really helping Swerve's believability in his character, right? Or his like he shouldn't be instilling the fear that he wants to in others, right? So I feel like he's got to win. So I agree with you.
And I still think like obviously Brody King is getting like the most outside wrestling attention, but I don't feel like he's still a like finished product.
He's not, right.
So I think his real, again, I still would have made him champion or got him a championship. I still would have put him in this 21-man battle thing and have him win that. No, he wouldn't do double duty. But
on a thing like that, if you late, but you'd have to do that before this match, and that feels
right. That's what I'm saying.
It'd be different if it was like after this match. Let's say he beats Swerve, or he just loses to Swerve, and then like later we're doing the thing. If that happens, then I could see him go in there and pull that thing.
Right, but he's not gonna be like before my match with the dangerous man. And
but even then, it would be hard to believe if Swerve somehow like, you know what I mean, stabbed this guy, or like, you know what I mean, supposedly did something dangerous. So I feel like Swerve wins it.
But
I do say,
I think
he looked better in pants. We should keep him in like the camo pants.
Yes,
when he's wrestling.
Which, by the way, where did last night going to? Well, hold on, let me finish my point. What I was gonna say is, I think Brody King's first championship should still be in Ring of Honor. I think that's where he can get the reps as holding the title on his shoulder in a smaller crowd where he gets to feel more comfortable, and then we can get him back to facing MJF, and then he already has like the wins to be.
Yeah, because even with the ROH, you bring him over and put him on Dynamite once in a while in the collisions. Like
exactly,
you get the best of both worlds there.
Right.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say about last night's Dynamite, did they find Brody King's opponent like at 7-Eleven? Who the fuck was that guy?
You know this. In local towns, there are a lot of folks that wrestle that look like that. And if you show up, you know how this works. Like, I assume it works similar to the way, the guys always told us did with WWE. They, like, the local promoters are in touch. You know what I mean? They at least have connections with them.
But
they have a number to call when they're coming in town, and they fill out a little form like, I can be an extra, right? And they're just like on this thing, and they get notices like, hey, you want to come? I'll be in town if you want to be an extra, right? And that's why they're always there for like, to be the security guards or whatever. So, like, this is how we came across James Ellsworth. One of the weirdest looking dudes was like, I'll do it. And they were like, look at this fucking guy. Feed him to Brody King.
Yeah. But to go into a match with Swerve, I would have had someone that looked like, remember that Cesar Bononi guy that was in the pink, like get a fucking
at least
real
make it look.
guy.
That's the thing is like, okay, so I get it, right? Like, so we found a chump. I don't want to call it. I mean, the guy, again.
Yeah.
We're talking about the character
in
on
wrestling,
screen, right?
Yeah.
Comparatively to Brody King, we found a guy who looks like he's going to get his ass beat. And Brody King swiftly and quickly met that expectation. But, like, I knew, like, okay, yeah, you're supposed to do that. It's like, this is kind of how I feel with, like, like, oh, you got 100% on the test. Like, oh, you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like, those kind of things. You're supposed to get the answers right. You know what I mean? Like that kind of shit. Like, you're supposed to beat him up here. Like, why am I like, yes, good that you did it, but like, I don't find you more impressive now. Like, I already
Well, that's
assumed
what I'm
you'd do
saying.
that.
When you're going up against Swerve Strickland, if you take out a guy that looks like an action figure, with abs on top of abs, with just one fucking clothesline, well,
Yep.
fuck. If he can do it to
Yeah.
that guy.
You found a dude that was like, and that's the problem with, a lot of these local talents aren't going to be as big as some of these dudes. But, like, if you find a dude that looks like he's a big dude, right? Like,
Yeah.
and then Brody King still stomps him out in record time, then you're like, oh, shit.
We couldn't have got that one fucking hairy motherfucker that was in AEW a couple years ago. Remember that guy that was like super strong? And he kind of looked like a caveman, and he was with
Camarado.
Yeah, Nick Camarado. Yeah. We could have got him.
He had all that back knee at the you're like, look at that. Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah.
Like, brother, you've been shooting up way too much.
Even this, you couldn't have got Cutie Marshall. You're saying Cutie Marshall wasn't back there? That would have been perfect. A perfect spot for him. Hey,
what was that
Cutie Marshall's
came
on
out
TV.
recently where he was like on the top 10 black wrestlers of 2025 or something like that?
Yeah, and it's like, I don't think so. I mean, maybe.
Everybody's like, what the fuck? But then it turns out, like, that he was like, a part of him was black, but it was like, but he still ain't one of the top 10 pro wrestling.
Exactly, yeah.
So even if I'm giving you that.
Yeah, it's still not top 10. He's not top 10.
I was like, did he pay for this?
Yeah.
All right, so we're both saying Swerve. We're going to move on. Bandito is taking on Andrade El Idolo. It does not look like the ROH title is on the line. I haven't heard that. So this is just a match, just a wrestle fight. I mean, look, Bandito's the face. Everybody wants face to win, but I feel like they're pushing Andrade to be the dude, and I just feel like he wins this.
I got Andrade. Yeah. You can't beat Swerve and Kenny, no offense, and then lose to Bandito.
Bandito on middle match for no title with no stipulation. Right.
And this goes back to one of the points I was making when we had these just like main event after main event. This is a match that should be a main event on Dynamite. This should not be this shouldn't be a match on pay-per-view. Put this in Dynamite spot instead of press conferences. And then now your pay-per-views don't feel like they're 8 hours long. And then we get an awesome main event. Like that was,
Yeah, this didn't need to be on here. I agree with
Liverpool
you.
Liverpool chat says, I really don't like Andrade. Same.
Well, yeah, I'll say this. I really don't like Andrade, and I don't mean that to be like, I don't like it when he comes out. I'm just saying, like, when I see it, I'm like, it's fine. I don't like it.
The only thing that I think is kind of cool to like show off is when he does that like front kick that the opponent like sidesteps and then he comes back with a back elbow to their face. I like that.
Yeah. But I mean, again, like, there's nothing to the character other than just guy, suave, maybe got some money. And then, like, everything else is just wrestling that everybody else does. You know what I mean? Like, I know, like, you have your unique way you put your moves and your things together, but, like...
Yeah, it's wrestling.
It's wrestling.
Now, here's the thing, though. Regardless of what happens with Andrade and Bandito, let's have this be the last one, because I don't want... Mexicans fight Mexicans.
Oh, no, it's going to be Mystico and Andrade El Idolo next. No, it's going to be because our next match, we got to book him for a couple, appearances back to back, or else it's not worth the trip. Mystico and Jet Speed will be vying for the World Trios Championship when they take on Don Callis family members Proto Kata Open. Right?
Yes, I like that. That's actually really good. Proto Kata Open, yeah.
Proto Kata Open.
Because
Proto Kata's the tag team, not Aussie Open.
Nope.
Those guys hate each other. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I guess now they're fine.
They're fine now. Yeah.
Mark
Davis doesn't know what's going on. When you get a little bit of time, he forgot. It's kind of like a dog. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to fight people.
If you can't see what happened, he forgot about it already. You know what I mean? Like, it is fucking,
Don Callis family, though, right? I mean, Mystico isn't just going to get a championship kind of out
100%. This is Don Callis family. Yeah, Okada's not. If the only way they could lose is Mark Davis has got to take that pinfall, and he's not taking a pinfall from Mike Bailey right now. Could from Kevin Knight and could from Mystico, but I just don't see that happening, like you're saying.
No.
And so, no, it's the Don Callis family. And I mean, I think there's going to be a lot focused on the Don Callis family throughout the evening. There is obviously in AEW right now, but there's going to be a lot of talk of Don Callis family throughout the night. I think, we're going to see some things play out here of the whole Don Callis family saga during maybe the aftermath of this, but Don Callis family wins this.
My prediction down the road is that they lose the trios championships to the Demand, and they do it because Takeshita costs Okada distraction, and then there you go. That's what I think is going to happen on a Dynamite or Collision. And
Liverpool chat says another glorious win for Okada. Yeah, does Okada get the win here? Does he get the pin? Does he pin Mystico? No, Mystico ain't losing that. It's going to be Mike Bailey that takes the pinfall.
Oh, I bet you it's Mystico. Fuck, they don't fucking care about him like that. Yeah, go back to CMLL, you fucking dork, Go play that silly, slow music that everyone thinks is cool, and it totally isn't. That entrance was cool. Yeah, the crowd reaction. Exactly. Yeah. But no one's listening to that. Like, this song is fucking rule. It's like the Swerve song. No. Yeah. But what I was going to say there is, I could see Okada getting the victory and getting under people's skin, because the real swerve, no pun intended, could be that Don Callis and all of them get tired of Okada, right? Let's say Kyle Fletcher and Takeshita and Don Callis catch wind of like, hey, Okada's really the one fucking shit up around here.
You know what this feels like? All right, so here's exactly how Kyle Fletcher is about to get his ass beat by Mystico. Like, Mystico's like, you know what I mean? Like, getting ready to, he does his move. He's going to pin him. Okada come in and does one little, right, the to the nuts, roll up, pin on Mystico. Then he's sitting there like, you know what I mean? That's how Mystico could lose that to, Don Callis, right? Or to the Don Callis family, and fucking Okada's like, over here. And then, now he's got oh, I had to save you too, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of shit. And like you're saying, then, now Kyle Fletcher's like, wait a minute. I see you're, you know what I mean? Yeah, he is kind of an asshole. Yeah. Because he has played that the whole time. He has felt like he treats the Don Callis family like he's the second in command of Don Callis, right? That if Don Callis was gone, it'd be the Okada family, right? I'm not a member of you guys. I'm like the assistant manager. I'm like his brother. You know what I mean? That's kind of how he treats it. You know what I mean? Talks to them.
Well, he kind of is. Remember, he came there on loan from the Elite.
Well, yeah. And look at everybody else. Like, nobody else measures up to what Okada's been and done in here. So that makes sense. But I definitely think he has been that kind of never cared to make sure everybody was cool and happy or morale was good. Nope. He doesn't give a fuck about anybody in that group.
Does not care
at all. Does not care.
Yeah.
And wears it on his face. I'm looking at this photo right now, and he looks like he hates all of them motherfuckers.
Because he probably does. He's like, fuck these guys. Who are these people?
Yeah, Don Callis family wins.
Did they win a G1?
Yeah. Who are these fucks? Well, the women's world tag team titles are on the line, as we said, when the Babes of Wrath take on 9/11.
9/11.
Megan Bain and Lena Cross.
Mega Towers is what they're going to call them. Mega Towers. Should be 9/11, but it'll be Mega Towers. Mega Towers wins this. Easy, right?
What they call themselves, North and South. All right. All right. What'd you say? Yeah, the Mega Towers are winning this, right?
Now, hold on. There's one match that I think you're missing that was on the pre-show.
We said it earlier.
Yeah. But AJ Boom, I think he has a match at
I did
Revolution.
see that. That's right. Yeah.
But it doesn't say who it's going to be against.
Cutie
Who do you
Marshall.
think it'll be? You think?
It'd be fucking cute.
Or is it going to be
always
against,
cute,
Well, now it feels like it's the older
AJ Styles.
The older guy.
Because he's AJ, right?
I mean, that would be fun. But who's the older guy in Don Callis family that kind of doesn't fit but always takes the pin loss? You know what I'm talking about? He was with the Best Friends.
Oh, Rocky Romero?
Rocky Romero. I feel like this is a Rocky Romero loss, right? Don't you think it's AJ Boom beats Rocky Romero?
Could be, yeah. I thought he was done. Didn't we see it because what was the match he wrestled recently? We were like, why the fuck was he wrestling? And then he had said if I ever retire, I hope my last match.
Oh, Kenny Omega, because he took that fucking. He did the soccer slide on his knees, and Kenny Omega's like, you. But
Rocky, so he's, from what I understand, he's an executive over at New Japan. So that. He's always going to be there because they have a working relationship and partnership together. So he's kind of He's kind of like, if you know, like you've probably seen this in tech world where like, yeah, you're our employee, but you're solely working with this client. So literally, you like they're working over there anyway. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
They're permissioned over there. They're on site over there. Yeah, they're with us, but like, yeah, that's kind of what that. Like, he's always there and around. So yeah, he could always come out for a match like this, right? Like he's that guy. Right? He's what Christopher Daniels used to do.
Yes. Hold on. 2026. Let me do something here.
Okay.
Because does it say versus celebrity?
Well, I don't know. It doesn't show that on here. It doesn't show that.
2026 AEW Revolution.
Yeah, I don't know who it'll be.
Because I want to look at the Wikipedia real quick. Because if it's versus celebrity, you know who it could be?
Shaq?
The big guy. No, yeah, that would
Shaq.
be cool. No, the big guy. Who's the big white guy that wrestles in Ring of Honor against Cutie Marshall? Paul Walter. You know what I'm talking about?
Hauser or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, Walter Hauser. I bet you it's him.
Yeah.
They do maybe no, because that's babyface. No, it's probably going to be fucking Rocky Romero. But AJ Boom wins, right? Don't you think?
Is it against his kid? Is it like him and his kid?
Oh, that would be dope. That would be dope. Aren't we done with him though? Is he still famous?
Is it Boom Boom? Let's...
Yeah, but is he still famous? Like, are we? You know?
So
is he still
for
famous?
one, got off the TikToks, right? Like you said, I'm trying to help the Ellisons, albeit
good.
They own everything now, so like you should turn everything off. But
for now, yeah.
They own a lot of legacy media. I'll say that. Although they bought the TikTok, but people are going away from that because of them. So I don't know. I don't know how well this will be a fun experiment. This feels like that Jersey Shore time frame when everybody was getting famous off of like reality shows, and you were like, yeah, but like all of you are going to be broke in 3 years. You know what I mean? You won't be suffering anymore. The Jersey Shore being the one notwithstanding, like they're still famous because they were the ones that was all modeled. The originators. But like that kind of thing where it was like that, like all these social media influencers like that actually do make a buck right now. It's like, all right, I hope you're turning that into something that will garner you money from then on, right? Because if you expect this to keep happening for 20 years, you're probably done, right? You know what I mean? Like you probably ain't making nothing. So yeah, I can't imagine. I never followed them anyway. But I can't imagine they're still going around making anything new to say at a Costco. So, like, they got to have a new gimmick, right?
Yeah.
Costco's rule. And there's a lot there. And we go to the Costco all the time. Been there forever. But, like, how many times could you go there and be like, look at the pretzels. Boom. Right? Eventually, you run out of things.
You do. You're right.
Look at us. We've been doing this show 13 fucking years. Well, but the content that we talk about changes week over week.
Yes.
Right? Like, it's not the same thing over and over again. Well, sometimes. All right, let's move on. We've got, speaking of the Don Callis family, Takeshita will vie again for the Continental Championship, this time with no time limit against champion Jon Moxley. I just still am getting Moxley vibes here, man. I think this is where they're going to come out and be like, fuck you, Takeshita, right? And you didn't want to hit him with the chair. We'll hit you with the chair. Oh, but they can't.
Well, no, it's Continental Classic. Yeah, they can't. I mean, they could, but they can't. You know what I mean? They shouldn't. So I think Jon Moxley. I
still feel like Moxley wins this, and they're going to use that against Takeshita or something. I just don't feel like. So I don't feel like Takeshita's going to win unless they are jealous of him winning that and didn't like it, right? And then the Don Callis family turns on him because they're like, "Fuck him and his big head." But I just don't get the feeling that, like, we're doing that. I don't feel like we're taking this title off Moxley yet. I don't feel it.
What I feel will happen is that Takeshita wins because I still think we're going to eventually do the run it back title versus title because there's too many fucking things, right? My worry there, though, is what would Jon Moxley do if he loses this, right? Like, because honestly, the Death Riders kind of feel like they're on their last leg as far as relevance.
I feel like they don't really exist. And like the thing about him is, even if he wins, we're just going to keep doing this, right? He's just going to be wrestling guys with, in eliminator matches for the Continental Championship. And like, this would be as close as we can get to him losing it without him actually losing it. So, like, what's the point of him doing those matches again? So I do think we're at a problem point for Moxley overall. I think the Death Riders has run its course. This idea that, like, I'm just the tough guy that'll go out there and do the open challenge, like, I don't know that that's really the Moxley vibe. So I don't know what we do next with Moxley, right? I don't know what, like, the next play is, like, what the next angle is.
Yeah, the only thing I think they're going to try to do, if Moxley wins, I think what they're going to, the playbook that they're going to use is the Orange Cassidy playbook, where it was like he defends this fucking thing or title eliminators every fucking week, right? Like that was the thing that for a while was Orange Cassidy's calling card. And then the reason he lost is because he ran out of steam to Jon Moxley. The cool thing. Are we just going to do that again? Well, here's what the cool thing would be.
Yeah.
Let me tell you the cool thing. I got a cool idea. Tell me if you think it's cool. It is,
right,
but let me get your opinion. It is.
All right, yeah.
Is you do that. Jon Moxley wins this against Takeshita. Then Jon Moxley takes on Kevin Knight. Then Jon Moxley takes on Mike Bailey. Then Jon Moxley takes on Okada. Yeah, Bandito. All these people, right? And he's running on his last leg, and he's like, "Oh my god, another title defense."
Arm hurts, shoulders fucked, knees tweaked.
And if we go back to Jon Moxley says, "Hey, if you beat me in the Continental Classic, you don't have to do an eliminator match. You just get a championship match." Well, remember who beat him in there? Claudio Castagnoli.
Here's one that I like. Let's say he goes on for a little while and somebody realizes his streak has gone on for X amount of time. And we know the longest title streak of anybody's was Orange Cassidy's, you know what I mean? Whatever. And so now Moxie's like, I'm going to beat that. Right? And so now that's his goal, right? Is like streak longer than Orange Cassidy's. And now when it comes down to the last title shot you got to do to beat, to beat Orange Cassidy's streak, well, who walks in the door to try to beat you is fucking Orange Cassidy. Like, nah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Right? Like, let's see what happens here.
That would be cool. But I would think Claudio would be a little bit more fresh, and then you could break up the Death Riders. Because if Claudio beats
Claudio would be great.
Moxley. Yeah. Because then you could say Death Riders are disbanded.
And we could stand to do something with Claudio, right? Claudio's never going to be in the supporting role that Claudio has often always filled, right? He's never in AEW going to get a bigger spot for that than what he had with the Death Riders. So
so might as well
anything,
take advantage
if
of it
he's
now.
if he's not on his own, trying to like win a title or something for his own purpose and his own storyline, he's going to be anything but like lesser than what he's done with this. So yeah, I think you got to kind of let's give him a story. Yeah, maybe it's you know what, Moxley, I was the reason the Death Riders took on this long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
but
everybody thinks you're the best, but you wouldn't have been without me. Me training you every fucking week. Me keeping you on the grind and keeping you away from the distractions. Me, you know, all that kind of shit. Yeah.
Well, but the way we could get there easy is I'll pick Moxley.
Sarah says Takeshita's going to win.
I mean, Sarah, you got a point. You just said it, but that's all. No, I'm kidding. But what I'll say is, because Moxley could win this, and then Moxley could say, just like Takeshita beat me in the Continental Classic, if you beat me, you get the title shot. And that's what makes Claudio's ears perk up. It's like, wait a minute, well, I beat you. Do I get a title shot? And Moxley's like, wait a minute, what? What do you mean?
You want a title shot? And be like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
But then Moxie's like, okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's what I like to see. But maybe Moxie's not as cool with it as he says, right? Yeah.
Or maybe the group, because again, he's the baby face and the rest of them are heels.
Yeah, maybe they're like, you always said.
Fuck this guy.
We should, why wouldn't he? I thought this was the thing. Especially if Pac's there like, Moxley. Like, like, no, that's not what I... Yeah.
I'm going Moxley.
Moxley, yeah. Well, your favorite match of the night, the Men's World Tag Team Championships. Hey, AEW, poor form here. On the women's, you have AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship.
They don't have men's.
On the men's, they have AEW World Tag. Poor form. They don't even do it with the singles either. You fuckers.
Guys, come on.
The Men's World Tag Team Championship will be on the line with the Young Bucks taking on FTR with
Big Stoke.
in tow, I imagine. Bruh. I don't want to see this match, if I'm being dead honest. But, God, I feel like FTR should win this match. But I get a feeling that it just feels icky and that like the Young Bucks are going to win. You know what I mean? So I don't know how to pick this. I don't know.
So I didn't know what to do. And what I told myself is when we got to this match, as you were reading what the match was, I was just going to write down my answer. Wasn't going to think, just go purely on gut.
Okay.
I wrote
Young Bucks? All right, well, I'm going to do FTR because we need some differences, and I really don't know. So let's just let fate decide.
But here's where, as I'll say it, Sarah, since you haven't told us yet who your mystery people are.
It's Sarah. They're gonna
I think two of the returns are going to be Christian and Copeland. Because I think at Arthur Ashe, to get the tickets sold at that thing, we're going to run it back FTR versus, let's just be honest, Edge and Christian. Yeah. And that's going to sell some tickets. CNC.
Yeah, CNC.
Yeah. So I think they come back here. Because again, Beth Phoenix got taken out. She was fucking hospitalized. Yep. It made Copeland, so distraught he ran off. Christian was just like, okay, I guess I'm done now too. LOLs.
You know how we do this? So even if FTR wins, right? FTR wins, they're celebrating. They're like, yeah. Stokely's kind of behind them as they're like going out, and he's like looking back. They're like already going behind the curtain, but he's still looking back, like flipping people off, like ha 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 ha, and then like hands on the shoulders, and it's fucking CNC, and they just start, you know what I mean? Do their fucking and then a concerto or something, and by the time FTR figures it out, you know what I mean? They're gone.
Yeah, I think it would be fun because the way I've pictured it in my mind also is that Stokely is in like the entrance ramp area by the ring,
Yep, this kind of, yep. Mm-hmm.
Christian and Copeland come by, and it scares him so much he finally jumps out of his wheelchair, right? Because he's like milking this thing, right? But he's like,
because then you could even be like,
I don't care, And then
so that's where Cope like turns to Christian. He's like, I fucking told you, you know what I mean? Like exactly. I told you.
But that's the distraction because then FTR is like, what the fuck is Stokely? I thought we were running with this gimmick, and then they run into super kicks. Melter driver, all that shit. There you go. Young Bucks. There it is. That
feels like it could go either way, but yeah, it just feels like I wrote FTR because I want to be different, and hopefully, I'm just, it could go either way, but I do get that icky feel that like Young Bucks are on a like we're running it back and everybody loves us, so let's put the title on us. Like,
Also, I don't feel like FTR can beat them because they beat up their family, right? FTR can't beat up your family and then beat you up in the match too. Like, maybe. Then you're just all around.
Well, here's what we could get. Young Bucks are about to win until they get crossed by Brandon Cutler, who's coming out to get his retribution for all the shit they have put on him.
I mean, that would be fun.
But no, then we'd have a heel Brandon Cutler, and that doesn't work.
Here's Sarah. Sarah finally said it. Sarah said CNC, but then...
Ospreay. Oh, he's winning that fucking national championship.
No,
Ospreay.
He's bigger than that.
He's going to go in. He's going to be at that fucking thing. They're going to be like, I forgot about the goat.
The Billy Goat.
The Billy Goat, yep.
Nah. He ain't returning yet. And if he does, again, here's my question. Because AEW so far in their history. He returns? Well, but here's my question. Because AEW has done such a great job of like remembering their history, but they've had moments of like, well, that doesn't fit, so we're just going to sweep that under the rug, which there have been times where groups don't fit, and I'm totally fine with that. However, are we just going to forget that Will Ospreay was murdered by the Death Riders? Remember how Moxley and everyone fucking broke his neck 10 different ways? I feel like that's who we would go after.
Yeah, you would think. But no storyline's going to fit that. So if he talks about it all, he'll be like, but I did I would have done the same thing. And so I'm going to give you a pass, but just no.
Or it could just be open challenge. I think that's how you do it. Jon Moxley says open challenge anyone in this building.
Right.
Then there you go. That's how you do it.
Yep. All right.
But I don't. But Osprey
The
would be
women's
fun.
the women's world title is on the line in a 2 out of 3 falls when Tekla takes on Chris Statlander. And I just don't feel like we're ready to be like, oh, never mind. We should put the title back on Statlander. So Tekla's winning this.
Okay, well then let me challenge you here. What do you do with Statlander?
Well, I don't know. I think we've tried a few things, and I don't think we're finding anything to do with Statlander. So I don't know. I might reconsider where I place Statlander, to be honest with you, because I'm not getting any reason to ever care about the outcomes of her matches. Right? There's nothing in the storylines that make me like. I know when we had the Willow and her kind of friendship thing going for a while, we were a little intrigued, but I think that's because we kind of like Willow. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't.
Yeah. Well, and Stokely did some great work.
The needle never
there,
moves. Too. Yeah, and Stokely did a lot of great work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. When Statlander comes out, it's similar to the thing when I'm like, with the Jay White, where I'm like, I see a bunch of people being like, yeah, awesome. And I'm like, I guess I'm not awestruck, right? Like, I'm like, all right, good. Yeah. Does the job fine. But again, like, we're story guys, so we're going to lean heavy to the people who have more of that sort of acting chops, right? Which I would say is one of our weaker points. But like, so again, the ring work's fine, you know what I mean? And how we've got here is a little weird for me too. Like, you know what I mean? What, like, I don't know. It's been a weird story. I also feel like we're not getting much out of the Tekla run either as the champion. Like, I'm also like, she's not like holding the title hostage. She's not doing anything heelish to somebody so much that we're like, somebody needs to beat this dastardly person. She's kind of a freakish girl, right? Like, it's all that I can really say about her.
And also, and again, maybe backstage stuff has changed this, but it felt like we were going to do something with Statlander continually telling Thunder Rosa, watch out, watch out, watch out.
That's why I was getting the feeling she was going to like join these girls.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
yeah, but
probably
now,
not out of this.
But is Thunder Rosa?
Could Thunder Rosa?
Yeah, like,
I get the feel Thunder Rosa is one of those where, like, if you're in the area, Thunder Rosa can come by and work, but she's more of like a media ambassador. Like, I feel like she's got one of those kind of like part-timer contracts. I do not know that.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Or just a deal like that. Like, because, like, I feel like she shows up when we're in areas she's near.
Right.
Right. And she's around for a few dates, but then she's gone for a while. But she's still, you'll see her on things like meet and greet once in a while or a radio show or whatever. And she's AEW star, right? Like, so there's that, but she's not a full-time running the road. I mean, and maybe that's changing. Maybe she's going to come back for a while.
Yeah,
so maybe. I mean, you can see that. Maybe she does.
So with this, who'd you go with, Tekla?
I'm going with Tekla. Yeah, I don't feel like we're getting a title change out of this. Maybe we could be wrong. You know, they flip-flop once in a while. I think I've heard them say that, like, you know, they monitor that. They're like, for a while, you have some long title reigns, you got to switch that up, right? And so, like, maybe that's their plan here. But it feels weird when it's just going back and forth between folks. When there hasn't been, yes, the storyline has been involving these two, but it doesn't feel like it's been about these two. If that's a way I can say this is weird, right? Like,
yeah.
Again, like, Tekla hasn't been coming out and beating up Chris Statlander, right? Like, Chris Statlander hasn't been telling us she's on this, like, mission that I have to get my title. It's not like Susie or whatever, like that Chama says, right? Like, I almost am kind of like, how did we get here? You know what I mean? It's just kind of like we got here because we were here, you know? Like, it just feels like we did this just because they were there.
Yeah.
And we didn't have anything better.
I'll go Tekla as well, because I think this would be a better natural pairing. Because then you could do Tekla and Toni Storm, because then what's Toni Storm going to do after she beats Marina, right? Yep. And then you get one half of 9/11 as your TNT or TBS champion, and then Statlander moves down the card a little bit, tries to, run her airplane into one of those towers, and then takes down the 9/11.
Joined the towers and became Tower 7. It's called her Tower 7. All right.
That's the finisher. They do like a triple king. It has to be something that falls, like a shatter machine. Oh, it's fun to laugh
I
about.
think we've passed too
travesty.
soon because it doesn't feel too
Yeah.
soon anymore. Yeah. Some forgot. Don't let anybody
Hey,
get worried about that. We haven't forgot.
If Pete Davidson can make jokes about it and his dad died in it,
I'm
then
going
we
to do
can
that.
make.
I tell you, somebody I'm just going to be like, hey, man, 9/11. When they're like, what? And be like, I just didn't want you to forget. I just didn't want you to forget, right? Don't ever forget.
But yeah, going back to, because you know what you could do? Because here, let's be honest. Harley Cameron is fun, right? Isn't she fun?
Yeah, she's fun.
She's fun.
She's fun.
She's fun. But wouldn't you really want to see for the women's tag team championship 9/11 versus Willow and Statlander?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, so here's the
I'll
thing.
say Mega Towers. You know, we're always trying to get views. 1 second, Tim. I know we're always trying to get views here. I'll start saying Mega Towers so our videos don't get taken down.
Yeah.
But Mega Towers versus Willow and Statlander for the tag.
Yeah,
titles.
yeah,
Wouldn't you
exactly.
rather see that?
I'd like to see that. So could we do Willow? You know, we've said Tony Storm moving into Tekla. What if it's a Willow? Are we going to get Willow in the world title picture again? I know she's got the TBS title, so we'd have to...
I think eventually, but I don't think she's going to lose twice here. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
she's
the
losing-
feel. I don't get she doesn't lose twice. And if she's going to lose once, it's not going to be the singles and keep the tag, right?
Yeah, right.
It would be the other way around. And so thereby, then makes it weird if she's going for the world title. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, the final match we've got, Texas Death, AEW Men's World Championship. Storyline-wise, and the way they've written this out says, like, if I'm writing this on paper, MJF has got to win the match. You know what I mean? Just the way all of it, like, why put that stipulation there if it's not going to matter? You know what I mean? But, like, pro wrestling booking, right? And my love for Hangman tells me we cannot do that. So I've written Hangman down already. Like, Hangman's got to win this thing. But I feel like, again, like you said, losing is more interesting in pro wrestling.
Always. And he's
But
one of the
this
most
is such
interesting
a-
guys to lose.
This is such a hardline thing that I know, especially if, like, we have the idea, we don't have full knowledge, that, like, this isn't Hangman's last year on his contract and he's going to WWE or something like that, right? So, like, they're, you know what I mean, we can live this out. I know it's just not true, right? Like, I just know he's good. Like, even if he loses this, he's going to vie for that championship again someday, sometime.
Well,
so
we
now,
want it.
Now I gotta, like, now I'm left thinking, well, how the fuck do we do that? I don't want to just be some lame, like, you gotta beat a gauntlet, right? Like, we gotta come up with something creative. And I just don't know what that could be, right? So I just still feel like Hangman's winning this because, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like they're not going to do that to the Hangman character. I feel like we're going to come close sometimes. But he did say a lot about it's Texas Death. I was the Texas Death. I win the Texas Death. It's solid. It's already won.
But he did lose one to Swerve.
But he did lose one. True.
So here was my first gut reaction. And I wrote it down when Ash was talking to us. And that was the idea that I have. I wrote it right over here.
Yeah.
But I don't know how it would work. But the thought came to my mind because we haven't seen it. And both of his title reigns, for better or for worse, weren't the best part of the Hangman character.
Right.
Right? So what if... Now, it's Texas Death, so how does this really happen? That's where I would have to, like, really think about it. But what if it's Hangman turns heel, ultra heel on MJF, and he becomes a heel champion? Because that's one thing we haven't tried with Hangman, right?
So,
then, because then the thought is, follow me here, because then Hangman goes ultra heel to really fucking, like, do a double switch, right? MJF becomes a sympathetic babyface. Now, full disclosure, I think he's going to do another movie, so I think maybe we won't see him for a couple months, right?
Right.
He becomes sympathetic babyface, loses and covered in blood. Hangman is now the ultra heel. We're booing him. Meanwhile, Kenny Omega comes back, beats Swerve, and then we run back Hangman versus Kenny Omega, but now role reversal. Hangman is the evil champion, and Kenny Omega is the babyface
one thing
champion.
with your thing is we have not done the pre-work to set that up, and that's going to be really hard to do within only the confines of a Texas death match, because the last we got of MJF, he was spitting venom, full heel.
That's the hard part.
I mean, nothing endearing about him. You know what I mean? Like zero.
That's the hard part. Well, you know what? Ooh, here you go, Tim. Ooh, god dang, sometimes my brain is such a genius. So big brain.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah, other times. No. But this
the
is
doctors did say you had brain swelling, so you're probably
I know. That is true. Yeah. They did when I fell on my neck and fucking had my brain.
Oh, well, yeah, you probably did have brain swelling then. Yeah, actually, yeah.
If anyone hasn't watched the show long enough, I was in a neck collar for 9 weeks because I fell on top of my head in a grappling tournament. Anyhow.
God, I forgot. I got to go back and watch some of them episodes. You were straight up in the damn Halo, just like, and then AJ Styles fucking, yeah. I think John Cena wins.
So here you go. How about this? Hangman wins straight up. Hangman, woo! And we all get the baby face, good, and it's in LA. The stars are cheering.
Kills MJF somehow.
Texas kills it. MJF comes back and it's like, hey, you asshole, you beat me in your match. Now wrestle me like a real wrestler. A one fall contest with the rules and everything. Mm-hmm. And then that's where Hangman goes. Low blow when the ref isn't looking, because then MJF does the like.
You could do it as part of his like redemption, like I'm coming back, like I've had some time to reflect. I realize I might have been an asshole to people.
Yeah.
So he could even say like, I'm not saying I'm reformed, but I'm trying, right? Like those kind of things, and we'll be like, all right, whatever, fine. But he softened himself to us, right? Mm-hmm. And that's when Hangman Texas kills him again. You know what I mean? We're like, hey, guys.
Because the angle could be easy. So Hangman wins this. That's what I'm picking as well. Hangman wins this.
Yeah, all right.
But then MJF's angle is, hey, wrestle me like how real wrestlers go. Because then that's the honorable thing. Kind of like what Jon Moxley was doing with the Continental Classic, where he didn't really change anything. He was just saying, be honorable, and we just.
But Hangman can just never help himself. Like during the match, he's like, well, what about these thumbtacks? And then
right.
Like, hey.
Yeah.
Hey! And he's like, oh, right.
Well, and the ref takes away the thumbtacks out of his hands. Ref's not looking. Yeah, and Hangman low blows MJF. Now we go, what the fuck is with that?
So here's all right, he's got the tacks, right? And he's like, his bag of tacks. Bryce is like, give me that. No, right? He goes hand the tacks away. When his back turned, Hangman realized he'd poured a few into the palm of his hand, and he right into the nuts of MJF, right? Like,
yeah.
Cup some tacks to cup some, you know what I mean?
Because that's the interesting story that we haven't told with Hangman is now he's a heel, but he has all the power, right? Because when he was a heel, he was lost with rage because he felt like the world had betrayed him.
Yeah, and in some way it made us not want to boo that because we understood, right? We were like, we don't like your choices, but we understand your trauma.
We get it.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Now this is, I told you, like, this thing means more to me than anything else in this world. And then,
I realize all these fans aren't helping me. I realize all these fans aren't like that kind of shit. Yeah.
No, go one step farther. I love this title more than I love my children. Because that's the thing that set them off. Oh.
Because you even have Swerve, like, watching the back and be like, you know what I mean? Him and Nana just look at each other like, this motherfucker said,
what? Well, let's break into his house again.
They should just like show them in the back. They just look at each other and both shake their head and just like walk away from the team. It's like,
that boy's gone. Yeah,
no words. You know I mean, they're just like,
he's in the wind.
Nah, man. Yeah, boy, crazy.
Yeah, that's what you would do, right? Because then, like, so I am going to take the shortcuts because this I know means more than everything.
You know what he's got to do? He's got to hurt Tony Schiavone.
Or. Because I think you want to keep that, right? Okay. And he's our favorite uncle. You know who you should give a buckshot lariat to, though? Because he is a former wrestler. Excalibur.
Ooh.
Excalibur.
I missed Excalibur last night, man.
Apparently he was sick, I read. Yeah.
Which now, not to say the other guys aren't, right? But it just,
Riccaboni.
I don't know. He's so good. Excalibur is so good. I think it's like Lawson. Like, he's one of the better commentators that's been around ever. Like, he's good.
Yeah.
He's real good.
What do you think about Ian Riccaboni's rap as Willow comes out, though? You a big fan of that? Hey, guys. No. I'm here to say Willow is going to win the day.
Ian Riccaboni is the lovable nerd, right? Where you're like, what a
Hey.
nerd. No, I do not want to seek you out to go like hang out with you all day and have beers. But if you're at the spot, we're fine. You know what I mean? Like, you're a fine guy. I don't like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not offensive or anything. You're not annoying necessarily, but you're corny. You know what I mean? Like,
And doesn't he feel like he's the one guy at the party that knows the moonwalk? So we're like, do the moonwalk. And he's like,
he knows how to
okay,
robot
guys.
for some reason.
Yeah.
He's like, check it out.
We're like, okay, you did it once.
Fuck
Yay.
yeah, give me the Ricka robot.
Yeah. And he's like, you guys want to see it again? And we're like, no. Okay,
Nope.
no.
Yep, nope.
It's
No.
But thanks for that one.
What if
time
it's all
you
an
did it.
act? What if it's like the remember the Dave Chappelle Wayne Brady skit? Like,
Really
what
Brady, yeah.
if Ian Riccaboni's really like that?
Well, actually, you want to know a fun fact, a little fun secret I learned about myself? So, as you know, your best friend, the guy you're wearing on your T-shirt, Jeff Jarrett, you two are LinkedIn friends.
Yeah, we're LinkedIn friends. Yeah, we're linked.
I am linked to Ian Riccaboni.
Nice.
Yeah,
So we've got
he's
it covered, Tom. Let's
Like,
connect.
he has like a real job. He's like a sales director or something.
We should set up virtual coffee chats with these guys.
Yeah. Excuse me.
You know?
All right.
Network.
Yes. Now, Tim, I want your opinion here, though. It's LA. That's a big market. We like to make big splashes. Now, we've had Sarah give her 3 surprise predictions. I gave you mine, 2 of them at night. So allergic to this
Well, I feel like
bullshit.
Jay White is another one that could show up.
So who are you picking? If you had to put money down, who are you picking? Is there a surprise?
CNC is the strongest one, right? But everybody's said that. So
Yep.
I'll just go with the Jay White. I feel like that's the next closest one that I would bet my money on that hasn't already been said.
What about?
Maybe next 1B would be Adam Cole, but I feel like he's actually done.
I think he's done, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What about the hottest free agent in pro wrestling, Killer Cross? Yeah, what about him?
What about Baron Corbin? You know what I mean?
I mean, there's
Do that.
21, right? Because that's what I'm saying. Is there a Killer Cross?
What
Is
if
there
it's
a Baron
all
Corbin?
people that are like debuting or returning?
Well, yeah, that'd be hilarious. Ricochet's like, I'm with these guys. Fuck off.
Yeah, if like so, like
no.
Ricochet's out, and then the first come out, and everybody's like, "Oh my god!" It's like, look at that! It's like it's Jay White. It's all debuts or renewals. And everybody's like, cool. And then the next wave comes out, and it's that again. Right?
Yeah,
we
yeah.
just keep circling it back, and people are like,
Why are we doing this? Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got Jay White and you got CNC.
Yeah.
I'll go with third. I will say I think it'll be I think it'll be Baron Corbin or Bishop something he calls himself.
All right.
I'll go with him. I'll say CNC and then Bishop whatever.
All right. Well, you know, we're talking about what may happen in the future this weekend. We're talking about who we may see that we've known before, and it's getting me feeling a little nostalgic, right?
Ooh,
And so, Tom, if you'll humor me, jump back in the All Elite time machine with me, take a little trip.
back in time.
Yeah. We're going to do that, right? Anybody new? We like to play this little game where talk about something that happened before this week in AEW's history and try to give some details left unsaid to see if Tom can guess it, right? This one I had to get a little, you'll remember the situation in the match, I imagine. So I tried to work out, you know, a little portion of it, right? So this is going to test some of your more specific knowledge. But we're going back. 6 years, March 18th, 2020. The very beginning of the pandemic era. In fact, it was the very first empty arena episode of Dynamite from Daly's Place in Jacksonville. The main event was a 6-man tag team match between the Inner Circle and the Elite to determine who would get the man advantage in their upcoming Blood and Guts match. The Inner Circle won this match, and after the match, Chris Jericho was gloating in the ring. He bragged that the Elite were down a man for Blood and Guts anyway because of the brutal backstage attack the week prior. Yeah, well, suddenly a drone named Vanguard 1 landed in the ring. The camera panned up to the rafters and broken. Matt Hardy made his shocking AEW debut, revealing himself as the replacement 5th man for the Elite. But the question becomes, what member of the Elite was Matt Hardy stepping in for because they had been crushed under a garage door?
Ooh.
Yeah. See, I knew you'd remember the Matt Hardy thing, but why did they need Matt Hardy? Who got crushed under that garage door?
Okay, so let's talk about who the team was. So it was Matt Hardy, Hangman, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks. That's the 5.
Right. Okay. Yeah, against the Inner Circle.
Against the Inner Circle. And so Matt Hardy came in. See, the easy, like the first thought is Dork, right? Is Cody, because Cody was the Elite, right?
Right? Yeah, right, yeah.
But I believe, didn't he win the TNT Championship
I think you're right.
that night when Mike Tyson showed up bored as fuck, right? He's just like, what the fuck am I doing here?
I think that's what he says everywhere he is, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, so who was it? So who was in the Elite that, man, that's a great, oh, oh, man, I'm almost coming up with a blank. Okay, so it wasn't Cody. Who else was Elite? Hangman was there.
Right, so Hangman, we said Omega, right?
Omega.
The Young Bucks.
The Young Bucks.
Who was the 5th man of the Elite at that time? This is Kenny, Hangman, Young Bucks.
I thought there wasn't anyone.
So was Cody hanging out with them?
Kinda, because I think before the pandemic that was gonna be the match.
Pull up. I don't have the tab,
you know what I'm saying,
anymore with the card where I got this from. Let me see if I can find it. March 18th, 2020. Well, do you want the answer while we look this up?
No.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's see. Where is this? This is great radio. We are looking
it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, the Inner Circle was what they were calling him at the time, Big Hurt Jake Hager, Santana and Ortiz, Sammy Guevara, Jericho. Then the Elite was Cody, accompanied by Arn Anderson, the Young Bucks, Hangman Adam Page, and Kenny Omega. Yep.
I'm not gonna say Cody because that's not the right answer. I know that. So I'm gonna say, was it like Michael Nakazawa or some bullshit?
No, it was one of those 5. It was Cody, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and Hangman. One of them had been crushed under a garage door, and so they were down a man, and then they lost the man advantage, and Chris Jericho's like, you guys are dorks, you lost the man advantage, and you're down a man already, and then Matt Hardy was like, no, they're not down
Cody?
a man.
Was Cody
not
the
Cody.
one crushed?
Nope.
Who? Okay, that was my guess.
It was gambling
Brandon
problem
Cutler?
extraordinaire, Nick Jackson. It was Nick Jackson. He was crushed under the door. So going into this match for the man advantage, he wasn't there, right? And then so they lost that man advantage, which is, you get the first man in, right? In the thing. And so that's why Jericho's gloating. He's like, all right, so we got the man advantage and you're down a man, you're fucked.
And then he goes, well, we got
Matt
our whole
Hardy,
team.
delete.
Yeah. I vaguely remember now Nick Jackson and the
something happened there,
door.
right? I feel like that was like he actually got injured and wasn't going to be able to do it, right? So they pulled this audible, probably what this was.
Because also, if you remember how the match started, it was Hangman is he going to show up? Remember? Because he was like the brooding kind of outsider within the Elite.
he wasn't I think this got put in because Nick Jackson was like legit injured, if I remember the behind the scenes right.
Yeah.
And so they hey, we got Matt Hardy, so let's what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was I do remember that was fun. And remember also the Vanguard 1 attacked Chris Jericho in his hot tub when he was wearing his jeans.
he's wearing his jeans in the hot tub. You remember they did that damn match on the Hardy compound even.
Yeah. Yeah, they did it. They did it right. They didn't do it like how WWE did it. That's, before we get out of here, that is one last thing I was going to say. I'm excited for this Revolution card. And I do like the Continental Classic when it's like we're about pro wrestling matches, because I do think that that is important. And I'd never want anyone to be just diet WWE. But if you go back to like why AEW kicked ass during the pandemic, it was the singing with Chris Jericho and MJF. It was the compound match with Jeff Hardy, the cinematic match with Sting.
Yeah, there was some zaniness, uniqueness, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they did one fucking segment where it was the Manitoba Mayhem, and it was like the Inner Circle, and then like Lou Ferrigno and like Kiss or something. We're like just doing these bullshit things on a phone. And it's like some of that needs to be added back into pro wrestling for AEW.
Sarah says, if Ospreay does not return on Sunday, then he is most likely returning as the wild card in the Owen Hart tournament. That would fit.
That would fit, but wouldn't you be a little disappointed? Again.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be underwhelming. I feel like, yeah.
Well, but God damn it, guys. He was murdered. We cried. We cried. I don't want him to be mystery guy.
Still crying thinking about it.
Yeah. Like, I can't. Guys, we have to understand our history. Like, am I the only one fucking
still upset, like you were saying, where who was it that got fucking it was the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
Like, the last we saw, they fucking beat the shit out of him.
Right.
And then he's like, well, you know.
You don't like Don Callis, so I guess that's something. Like,
it's like everybody knows, friends fight. It's like, friends don't murder each other like that.
Yeah. Or keep
I
one
might
of them
tussle
out
with
so
Tom on a bar floor, but I'm not like running him over with a car or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, goddamn.
Well, and also, I'm not going to hold you back while you watch one of your other friends get murdered behind me. Like, that's also a dick thing to do. Yeah. We need, I really hope that they don't go away from that and just be like, oh, Ospreay has a funny coat today. Like, no.
Sarah says, what if the match at Dynasty is Ospreay against Mox? Go with that.
Oh, I would love that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just, and again, have him join the Death Rider, but like, don't ignore the Death Riders is what I'm saying. Like, if he's the one that kills it, right? He could be the one that
shouldn't no-sell it. He shouldn't act like they don't exist, and that's not the reason he was gone, right?
Yeah.
We know the reason he's gone is he had an injury, so they had to write an injury story, but like, they don't have to act like that. They can say, like, you know what I mean? He needs his revenge, you know?
Because again, if we're going to start doing this where, you know, oh, hey, did you realize that Undertaker and Kane aren't brothers kind of thing? Then when we have injury storylines, just be like, hey, Ospreay and his team won, and Ospreay has a neck injury, so he's out for a while.
You're telling
me
you don't have to do stuff. Shitty worldviews and they're not actually brothers?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. That is weird.
Yeah, I know. I bet you their mothers are their sisters, though.
Whoops. Oh, I don't know how that went. Whoops.
Yeah. Yeah, but
what'd you say? Their mothers? Some other mothers?
Yeah, their mothers are probably their sisters, you know?
Yeah, just fuck them. Man, that's all I'm saying.
That's what their grandpa dad says.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I just, you know what I mean? Like, then stop writing angles.
Here's a fun radio story. A friend of mine, well before I was ever in radio, we worked at a little restaurant in town, right? A little mom and pop restaurant. Mm-hmm. And there was a guy that worked with us that, you know, we used to laugh, call him Uncle Daddy, right? Just based on several things. Right? It was Uncle Daddy. Well, a few years fast forward, and my friend's in radio at the university. He's on the university radio station, and I hear him talking. I'm like, oh, shit, Casey's on the radio. And then he goes to sign off, and he's like, all right, you know, KCR or whatever, this is Uncle Daddy. And I was like, that motherfucker. I was like, nice. So, yeah, he was Uncle Daddy on the radio for a while.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, but what I'm getting at though is like, if we're gonna write angles, then fulfill them. You can't just write.
No, I get you.
Injury
I'm with
stuff.
you. Yeah, I hate that. I used to say that about things. I was like, oh, we'll just take the WWE route and just act like it didn't happen.
Right. I don't like that.
Yeah, exactly. I hate when we do that. Yeah.
And wait a minute, today's her birthday. Sarah just wrote a fun fact. Hey, happy birthday!
Yeah, it's nice.
just to let you know who we are, why don't you give Sarah a good old fuck Donald Trump as a birthday gift?
Oh, yeah, this right here.
Fuck Donald Trump.
Anytime it's somebody's birthday, just let us know.
Yeah, you just let us know. No, but seriously, happy birthday.
I was
Thanks
looking
for
through
joining
sound things. I was like, do I have anything that's birthday-like? I was like looking for anything. And I was like, no, we don't.
That's good enough. That's good enough.
Yeah. There's that. Anyway, throw that in
There you go. But going back to the history of AEW, one last thing I was going to say before we actually do wrap up, the history of AEW matters because now we could watch it anytime because of this myaew.com where they have 24/7 AEW just streaming whenever you click on it, And so it's like,
you used to have
history.
to just watch our shows on replay, but now you can take a break from that and go watch some AEW if you want.
Yeah. Let's see what they're playing right now as it's a fucking commercial. Hold on.
It's not a nice commercial, is it?
No. No, it's just... Oh, they can't you don't rewind on this bitch. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't think I think you can I thought you could during a live event, right? Like a Dynamite. That's what I was seeing somebody say when they bought the paid ones over season 1 that they could join late and rewind back to the start of, right?
Well, they got AEW.
I don't know.
They got AEW Dynamite Season 1, Episode 10. Let's see what that is real quick. AEW.
Season 1, Episode 10. That's early.
Yeah. That's why every time I've been watching this, it has fucking Cody on here, and I don't like that. Dynamite. Season 1, Episode 10. So what's currently playing right now is, oh my God! It's my first show ever. Or no, it's not. No, it's not. No. This is the Lexicon of Les Champions. That's what it was. So there you go. So this is when it was. It's bad. Jake Hager or Jack Swagger was bad creative. It's done. It's bad. That's this episode. Man, I thought. Yeah.
Jake Hager. I'm so glad that experiment is
You know what that motherfucker's doing now? By the way, he made news in my world.
What?
That motherfucker is so out of options. He is going to be on pay-per-view making his debut in slap
fights. Yeah. Oh, well, listen. If you told me I could pay money to watch Jake Hager get slapped.
Isn't that the best? Isn't that the best? God bless America. God, just the dumbest shit.
Listen, living in America feels like a slap to the face. So I guess it's a good metaphor. You know what I mean? Like, just every day just feels like they're like, good morning, slap.
I mean, trust me. There's this is a little bit of the bubbly was making news. That I was still looking up that. There you go. A little bit of the bubbly.
Yeah, when he was selling the champagne and everything.
Yep.
Jericho he knows how to carny in not always bad ways. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's a carny at heart. Like, he knows what he's doing. Like, he knows the gimmick. He knows the game. Sometimes it's too much and it's overboard, but he knows the game.
Honestly, the thing that betrays him right now the most is that, he just doesn't look the part anymore. You know what I mean? Like, he looks like the guy too old to be at the club. And that's where it's like, give this to other people.
And that would be fine, though, even, having gotten older and being in the shape that you're in, that you are at your age is one thing, but when you're still dressing like you're fucking Mick Jagger because you're a rock star, that's the problem of it, right? Don't come out in a fucking leather jacket with no shirt on underneath, right? We give Sting shit, but you know what we're not saying about Sting? Did you see how flabby he looked when he was wrestling? Right?
Exactly.
That's that's the thing. Yeah,
he knew. So there you go. So check out myaew.com. We've got Revolution. Tim's gonna keep wearing that shirt, which is always great for me.
Next week you're gonna get to see Tom in the shirt. He'll get to wear it. I won't even wash it. I'm gonna fucking run laps and he'll bring it to him.
Wash it? We're supposed to wash that? What?
I leave it. I let my dog sleep on it.
Yeah. Well, I tried to put it in the washer one time and the washer broke. So I was like, it's obviously that fucking shirt. So
the washer spit it back out at me. It literally opened the door and said, fuck out of here.
It said fuck out of here.
Oh, this shirt. Yeah, look at it. Fucking, again. I guarantee, I want to buy another one to see if the whole run of them was off center. You know what I mean? Like, or if it was just the fucking one we managed to get.
That would be the best.
Like, what would be the odds, right?
Yeah.
Or this whole lot get fucked up. You know what I mean? All right, so AllEliteWrapup.com is your link for all the stuff, or is the site for all the links that you need. Also send us an email, aewrapup@gmail.com. That's one W, aewrapup@gmail.com. And I guess until then, I'm trying to find the clip.
I will see you next week, dumbass.